My name is Pat Yongpradit, and I'm the Chief Academic Officer of Code.org. The first place to start with AI in education, if you're an educator, is to use it yourself. And to not just use it as like a toy, but really bring to it a real problem that you're trying to solve, and then treat it as if it was an assistant, a real assistant. Now, don't treat it like it's an actual human assistant, because it's not. But if you go back and forth with it, as if you would with a human assistant, you'll start to see the power and how it's different than other technologies we use, like search engines. And so my first piece of advice for any teacher is to just try it out on their own. And then my second, which is about the same, is try it with others who have a similar role as you. TeachAI is an initiative led by Code.org, ETS, ISTE, Khan Academy, and the World Economic Forum. It's a global initiative and includes over 100 advisory committee organizations from all over the world, including some of the top technology companies in the world, as well as some of the top NGOs and civil society organizations. It also includes over 60 education agencies from around the world. The purpose of TeachAI is to serve education leaders and policymakers in revisioning education in an age of AI. And some of the outcomes that we're hoping for over the next couple of years is the adoption of initiatives and policies that support AI literacy, both teaching with AI and teaching about AI. So AI literacy refers to the knowledge, skills, and attitudes required to use AI safely, effectively, or responsibly, while also understanding how AI works, but not just its technical foundation, but also its societal and ethical implications. So some of the most basic skills of AI literacy are just recognizing the presence of AI and the role of AI in our lives, but also formulating problems so that an AI can understand it and act on it effectively. Other AI literacy skills include just understanding whether to use AI or not, whether it's the right approach based off of its resource requirements, or if the context within which you're trying to use AI is really a responsible use of AI. I'll also add one more thing. Just understanding how AI works is a part of AI literacy, because when you understand how AI works at even a basic technological level, you're able to actually use it safely, effectively, and responsibly. As we've heard from some of the sessions at ICERI already this year, over-reliance on AI tools is a top concern, not just for educators, but also for students. Students go to school ultimately because they want to learn, they want to prepare for their future. And a lot of them, especially at the higher ed level, are concerned that they won't learn what they need to if they rely on AI tools too heavily. And thus, they are concerned about the impact that will have on their future employability. Alternatively, they're also concerned about not using AI tools because they understand that the workplace will often be AI enabled, and that for them to have an advantage over other potential employees in that workplace, they need to understand how to use AI tools. So teachers are already using AI a lot because they obviously have very busy lives and they're looking for any way to save time. What teachers need to do, though, is think about what are the best uses of AI beyond just saving time. For example, AI in grading. In one case, it's a positive because obviously, again, it allows you to process a lot of documents at a fast rate. But on the other side, there are risks to just not knowing exactly how the AI is providing the information that it's providing to you so that you can make a decision. And in fact, in that case, that's actually a good case because you're still making the decision. In many cases with teachers who are trying to save time, unfortunately, They're going to use AI to save time and not make the decision about grades or other important things themselves. If educators, like those attending ICERI this year, don't take the time to understand AI itself and understand the nuances of AI in their field, unfortunately, the future of education, honestly, might not be bright. It takes all of us who have any role in leading education systems, in leading students, to first understand what AI is ourselves, but also take the time to understand the nuances in our fields, understand the benefits and the risks, and move cautiously. The one thing that we don't need to move cautiously on, though, is just understanding what AI is and understanding its capabilities and limitations. The thing that we do need to operate cautiously on is the use of it when it comes to impacting student learning. I traveled to South Africa in 2010 for an educator forum, and I got to see firsthand the disparity between students who had access to computers and students who didn't. And I committed from that point to make sure that kids not only have access to the hardware, but access to the learning itself. And even in the US this year, only 60% of US high schools even offer computer science, and that's a problem. I know that's the case in many countries all over the world. And so that case in South Africa where I saw the effect of not having the hardware, not having the learning opportunities really changed my mission in life, to make sure that as many kids as possible had these very powerful learning opportunities, whether it's computer science, AI, or other things. Yeah, I can tell that ICERI really cultivates a lot of networking and a lot of collaboration amongst peers who might not often get to hear from one another. It's wonderful that it's a global organization. It's super global. And I love to see the different, very relevant themes in education that are being reflected in the sessions.